Hello students. So in this session we will discuss about the Euler's equation of motion. Now we are in fluid dynamics concept. So in previous session we have discussed about the forces acting on the fluid motion. So in the concept of equations of motion, so this is the first one, Euler's equation of motion. From this derivation we will derive the Bernoulli's equation also. So this is the base derivation for the Bernoulli's equation. Right? So for deriving this Euler's equation of motion, so first of all we have to consider a fluid element, right? So this is the diagram corresponding to that fluid element. So this is a fluid element. Select 2 points in this, right? This is end 1 and this is end 2, right? So here on this face, this is the opposite face, right? So draw a line. So this particular line which represents, this line represents the direction of flow. So here S is the direction of flow, right? This is the direction of flow, right? So what about the cross sectional area? dA is the cross sectional area. So here dA is the cross sectional area here also, right? And what about the length of this element? ds is the length of this fluid element, right? So here if you extend this line and if you extend this point to the outside, so this will represents the datum height, okay, datum head. That means this height will gives you dz, okay. This height of the fluid element is dz, right? And the weight of this particular fluid element is acting downward side. So the entire weight of the fluid element will act in the downward direction, right? So between this direction of flow, this line, the middle line is between the direction of flow and the line of action of weight. The angle is theta. So theta is the angle between the line of action of weight and the direction of flow, right? So first of all we have to calculate the pressure force at this end and pressure force at this end, so that we can calculate the net pressure force. Then we can derive the Euler's equation of motion. Okay. So this Euler's equation will be derived by considering the motion of fluid element along a streamline, right? So let us consider a cylindrical fluid element. Cylindrical fluid element along a streamline S, okay, as shown in the figure. So this is the direction of flow. Here S will represents the direction of flow. So it is the streamline. In this streamline direction we have selected a cylindrical fluid element. So for this cylindrical fluid element, dA is the cross sectional area and ds will be the length. So dA and ds are the cross sectional area and length of the particular fluid element. Okay. So first of all, what are the pressure forces will acting on this particular fluid element on the both of the faces. So to determine the force, what we need? Pressure into area, right? So here small p is the pressure into what is the area here? dA is the area. Okay. So P into dA will be the pressure force on this face. So what about the pressure force at the other end? So this will be the P plus variation of the pressure force. So dou P by dou S, variation of the pressure force with respect to the length, into ds multiplied by area. Okay. So this will gives you the pressure force at the other end. So then what about the weight of the fluid element? So weight, we can calculate weight from the expression density, right? So density is equal to weight by volume. So what about weight? Density into volume. And also we can also give W is equal to mg, right? Mass into acceleration into gravity. What about the mass here? So here weight is equal to m into g. Then what is m? Mass is equal to density into volume into acceleration into gravity. So here W is equal to rho into, what about volume? Area into length, right? So here area is dA and length of the fluid element is ds. Okay, into g. So this is the expression of weight. Okay, rho g into dA into ds, right? So here weight is equal to rho g dA into ds. Here density into volume, mass, and g is the acceleration due to gravity. So in this way we can get the expression of weight which is acting downwards. Okay, right? So here another observation you have to do. Here the weight is acting in the downward direction of this inclined fluid element. So if you want to resolve the forces, it is very difficult to resolve. So that's why we have to resolve this weight component along this line, right? So if you want to resolve this weight component along this line, what will you get? W cos theta you will get. So this weight is acting in the downward direction, right? So the component, so here along this pressure line, along the pressure line, here PdA is the pressure which is acting. So and the component of weight, so which is acting in the downward direction. What about that? W cos theta, right? This W will be resolved into this side, along this line. So what about that component? W cos theta, right? On the one face. So at the another face, this pressure force will be acting, right? The forces acting on the fluid element. So the first one is P into dA. So P into dA, which is the pressure force in the direction of flow. Right? Along this line, right? In the direction of flow. And the second one, which is opposite to the direction of flow. So that pressure force will be P plus dou P by dou S into ds into dA. So this will be the pressure force opposite to the direction of flow. What about the third one, which is acting? The weight. So the weight which is acting in the downward direction, right? So what about the weight? So rho into G into dA into ds. So this will be acting in the downward direction, right? So these are the three different forces which are acting on the fluid element. One is on this particular along the fluid flow, and one is opposite to the fluid flow, and the third one is the weight of the fluid element, right? So now we have to calculate the resultant force which is acting in this fluid element, right? So here one pressure force is acting on this face and another one opposite to this face. Okay. Now and weight, this component of weight also we have resolved along this line, right? So the resultant force will be on the fluid element is equal to the mass into acceleration in that direction. Okay, as we all know that one of expression we know, Fx is equal to m into ax. So from this expression, Fx represents the net resultant force will be equal to the mass into acceleration of that particular fluid element in that corresponding direction. So first of all, what about the net resultant force? What about the pressure in this on this first phase? So P into dA will be the pressure. Okay, and here the arrow mark which is acting in the opposite direction, right? So minus, right? So P plus dou P by dou S into ds into capital dA, right? Again, this weight is acting in the downward direction. If you resolve this component, weight component along this line, it is also acting opposite to the first pressure force. So it is also minus. So rho G dA into ds cos theta. So this represents the weight into cos theta, W cos theta. So the entire, this represents the net resultant force which is equal to, right? So this will be equal to mass, right? What about the mass? Density into volume. So density is the rho. What about the volume? Area into length is the volume. Okay, dA into ds. So length is ds and area is the dA, right? And what about the acceleration? Right? Ax is the acceleration. So see here, P into dA. Again here minus P into dA, multiply this and plus into minus dou P by dou S into ds into dA, right? Minus rho G dA ds cos theta, right? So here P dA and P dA is cancelled, and which is equal to rho into dA into ds into ax, right? Which is equation 1 and this is equation number 2, right? So if you want to write this equation here, minus dou P by dou S into ds into dA, right? Minus rho G dA into ds cos theta, which is equal to rho dA into ds multiplied by the acceleration. This is the equation number 2. Okay. Now we have to write the expression for acceleration. So we know that acceleration is a function of partial differentiation of velocity with respect to the time. So we can write ax is equal to dou v by dou t. Okay. So ax is equal to dou v by dou t. So this is the expression for acceleration. Can I write like this? So I know that velocity is a function of length and time. Okay, so velocity again is a function of space or length into time. Okay, so I am dividing this function with dou s and multiplying with dou s. Okay, so I am dividing and multiplying this function with respect to ds, that means with length of the particular fluid element. Now velocity is equal to displacement by time or distance by time, right? So v is equal to dou s by dou t. We know that this is the basic formula, right? If you want to substitute this equation in this, you will get ax is equal to v into dou v by dou s. Okay, this assume this is expression number 3. So substitute this expression in the equation number 2, you will get, substitute expression number 3 in 2. Okay, so you will get minus dou p by dou s into ds into dA minus rho g dA ds cos theta is equal to rho into dA into ds in place of this ax. So can we write this one? So v into dou v by dou s. Okay, get this one to this side. So minus dou p by dou s into ds into dA minus rho g dA into ds into cos theta, again minus rho dA into ds multiplied by v into dou v by dou s is equal to 0. So here in this equation you can see rho dA ds is there here and is there here and dA ds is there here. Can we divide this entire equation by rho dA into ds? So assume this is equation number 4. So now take that equation and divide with rho dA ds. Okay, so dividing with rho dA and ds, you will get minus 1 by rho dou p by dou s here. So because there is no rho here, and minus you will get g into cos theta minus you will get v into dou v by dou s, which is equal to 0. So taking minus as common and move to that side, we will get 1 by rho dou p by dou s plus g cos theta plus v into dou v by dou s is equal to 0. Now in the diagram, along the direction of flow, right? So this is the direction of flow and this is the line of action of light. Between these two, theta is the angle. So what about the length of the fluid element? ds is the length of the fluid element. What about this height? dz is the height. So what about cos theta here? dz by ds, right? Or you can also write like this, cos theta will be dou z by dou s. In terms of partial differentiation, you can write like this. Okay. Now substitute this expression here. 1 by rho dou p by dou S plus G into dou Z by dou S plus V into dou V by dou S is equal to 0. In this equation we have dou S as common. In all the entire equation it contains dou S. So keeping dou S as common, inside dou P by dou plus G into dou Z plus V into dou V is equal to 0. Now keeping that dou S to this side, that component will be 0. So the equation will be dou P by dou plus Z into dou Z plus V into dou V is equal to 0. So this equation will represent the Euler's equation of motion, right? So this is the equation of Euler's equation of motion. So from this equation we will get the Bernoulli's equation, right? Thank you.